So what if the heroes you always looked up to weren't actually symbols of hope, but, well, commercialized products? And what if the villains they were fighting were really just a distraction from a much bigger, much older war being fought completely in the shadows? Okay, let's dive into this dark, cynical, and honestly absolutely fascinating universe. All right, here's our game plan. We're gonna break down the entire Dark Buzzard saga. We'll start with the big picture, then zoom right in on the man at its very center. After that, we'll expose the secret group pulling all the strings, unravel a history that goes back to like primordial times, look at the sheer scale of this world, and then finally we'll ask, what does it all mean? So, first things first, what exactly is this universe we're about to explore? I can tell you right now, it is not your typical bright and shiny world of heroes, not even close. At its core, the saga is all about a fractured world. It's gritty, it's morally ambiguous. It basically tracks how the very idea of a hero has been corrupted over generations, shifting from a genuine patriot to a branded commodity. And the whole time, there's this hidden power manipulating society for its own secret ends. Now, a universe this sprawling and this chaotic, well, it needs an anchor. You need a single point of view to ground you in all the chaos. And this saga, it has one of the best. That man is Wyatt Knight. In the shadows, they call him the Dark Buzzard. He's the detective, he's the vigilante, and he is the weary, beating heart of this entire story. See, he's not a god or some alien with superpowers. He's human. Yeah, he's a brilliant detective and a seriously formidable fighter, but he's also broken, totally haunted by personal tragedy and living completely off the grid. He fights with his brutal efficiency, but, and this is key, he refuses to kill. That makes him the perfect lens for us to see a world where everyone else's ideals have been completely compromised. But Wyatt Knight isn't just taking on your run-of-the-mill street thugs. Oh no, the true enemy here is way bigger, way older, and just so much more insidious than any single villain could ever be. The real fight, it's against the Seven. And this isn't just some team of supervillains. Think of them more like a shadowy council, a secret society that has been manipulating global events for decades, maybe even longer. They are the ultimate puppet masters. And you can really see their influence just by looking at how heroism itself has changed. You go back to the Golden Age, and heroes were these countrymen, patriotic symbols, a lot of them born from government programs. But in the modern era, heroism is a business. The Seven creates and grooms superhumans to be these perfect, marketable products. They control the entire narrative and all the profits. Okay, so we've got our hero and we've got our villains. But Dark Buzzard's fight in the present day, that's just the tip of a very, very old iceberg. So let's pull back and look at the timeline, because this is where it gets really crazy. This is the question that just blows the doors off the true scope of the saga. We're not talking about a few decades of conspiracy here. No, we have to go back way, way back. Just look at this thing. The roots of this conflict go all the way back to a primordial age with actual titans and first contact with alien life. Then you get the golden age of patriotic heroes in the 40s. The 80s and 90s, that's when we saw the rise of the gritty, street-level vigilantes like Dark Buzzard. And then, this is the crucial part, in the late 90s, the Seven is officially formed and starts its modern-day manipulation, which leads directly to the present, where Dark Buzzard is forced out of retirement to finally fight them. Now, a history that ancient and that complex isn't just about one or two people. No way. The number of players involved in this multi-generational conflict is, well, it's staggering. So let this number just sink in for a second. 52. Plus, that's the total count of unique, named individuals and major factions that are driving this entire narrative. This isn't just a story. It's a living, breathing world populated with this massive cast, and every single one of them has their own history and their own motivations. And that massive roster is spread across a huge canvas. You've got the core saga, which focuses on Wyatt Knight and his son. Then there are the spin-offs that just expand the world. You have the Ancient line, which explores all those primordial myths we just saw in the timeline. There's even a cosmic line that deals with alien wars, and a horror branch for all the supernatural stuff. And believe me, it all connects. So, after exploring the history, the conspiracy, the sheer scale of it all, we're left with one central, burning question that this entire saga is built around. This quote, it comes directly from the story, and it just perfectly captures the universe's core theme. This isn't a world about clean victories. It's about survival. It's about endurance. and the physical and emotional price that's paid by those who actually choose to fight. The scars, they are the story. And that leaves us right here. In a world where heroes are just products and the villains are pulling strings from the shadows, the saga is constantly asking this one thing: who really bears the cost? Is it the heroes themselves? Is it the public they're trying to protect? Or is the very idea of heroism the ultimate casualty? That's the question right at the heart of the Dark Buzzard saga.